IVM.
Hello and welcome to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru. This is possibly the last show.
Possibly.
Not ever. For the year.
Oh yes. Nicely done.
Yes. And Tanuj,
What's up?
he's come for the last show.
First and last.
You know the
First show of
you were not
the
there.
last week.
Yes. You know the amount of things, the amount of jugaad I had to do last week because you said you were not available.
Which was
I had to call favor from few friends. Please, sorry for last minute notice.
some ex-hosts, ex-guests.
They had to create Skype ID. I don't even know which email ID I get the password. I'm like, find it out right now.
Oh my God, you could create a Netflix series on this entire thing.
Yeah,
Probably commission it.
13 reasons why. Something like that. How was Thailand, Baru?
Thailand was great. Short over budget. We went scuba diving. I exited the water on day 3 with a nosebleed and stuff because
Really?
the pressure, man, the pressure.
Dude, that sounds quite serious though.
Oh, it is.
No, I know what it is.
Yeah, it is an adventure sport at the end of the day, right?
Oh, God.
Dangerous adventure sport. But yeah, just the fact that my instructor looked pretty chill, seeing my nose all red and.
But he saw the nose red after you came up, right?
Yeah.
Duh.
That can't be the steady stream of blood. Just
Yeah, I was
exiting.
he seemed so chill. I was underwater and just
losing blood.
he's yeah, okay. 40 minutes chal jayega.
Just we hope that the barracudas don't smell you.
Did you go diving in the, what do you call that, shipwrecks?
No, we don't have certification for that yet as an open sea diver or a regular scuba diver. Those are separate courses that you do because...
No, you don't have to go that much. They have shallow, in Tamil Nadu if you go, in Pondicherry if you go, they have quarries they stopped mining granite, everything 22 years ago. So it just becomes a big tank of lake with a depth of 15 to 20 meters. So you find scooter and shit.
Yeah, so that's the thing. As long as the surface above you is open, it's a straight exit to the surface, then that's what the certification covers.
Correct.
But if it includes, caverns and underwater shipwrecks where, you might get covered at the top, then it doesn't get included in this first course.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you
had good food, drove around on scooters on a beautiful island.
Pad Thai.
Oh yeah, we did that. We had it on the first day. And I think the best Thai curry we had was on the boat in the middle of nowhere because you're so tired and you're having this warm curry.
Yeah, it could have been anything.
Could have been anything. They had one small thela for the veg people on the boat.
What are you saying?
Which was the mandatory Gujarati couple on honeymoon.
They could have just removed the chicken from the Thai green curry.
That's what they probably did.
I'm sure there was not much more thought into it.
Yeah.
So did you watch any football there?
We did.
Really?
Yeah. Koh Samui has quite a good culture of all these football sports pubs basically with a huge number of TV screens all around
Manchester United pub or Three Wise Men, Three Wise Monkeys.
No, United clubs weren't there because the sex industry, the getting fucked industry in Koh Samui is a little subdued.
Oh, I thought it was saturated.
No, so I mean.
So talking about
we saw the Bayer Leverkusen match.
Wow, you don't watch Bundesliga in India?
Yeah, we saw it over there. We saw Liverpool play. Who was it?
Doesn't matter.
Someone.
That's why you were not there in the podcast last week. The Manchester United, Mumbai, MUFC,
Manchester United, Mumbai club supporters.
Mumbai supporters.
There's an S somewhere.
So they now debate, should we even have a screening of the games? So they're questioning openly on Twitter. I think they're playing Newcastle or and they're should we even have the screening next week?
But they have a captive pub, so what's wrong with...
It's not about captive pub. They're are we willing to travel so much, pay the money to see the team lose 1-0 or 2-0? Let's start with that. Watford, Nigel Pearson, new manager. United lose to them 2-0. Does that mean Claudio Ranieri is going to make Watford champions next year?
It's evident. It's written. Maktub.
It's evident. Man... Did you find any Manchester United fans in Thailand?
we found a Brighton fan.
What?
2 days after Brighton defeated Arsenal.
Was it Anustup selling
No, it
Neil
was our
Maupay?
scuba instructor.
He's a Brighton fan.
Yeah, he was a Brighton fan.
He's an English guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, really funny.
Oh.
Like, proper British
Who is his favorite musician? Fatboy Slim?
Probably.
Dude, Fatboy Slim
Or
has
who was
this.
the guy we bumped into in in Russia?
Paul Oakenfold.
Probably him.
The original superstar DJ.
Yeah.
Cool. So
We
what?
met this Polish guy who actually was a part of those Anjuna parties in the late 80s, 90s.
What do you mean? Above and beyond. Kumar and I went for it last year.
80s, 90s. So his friend manages the Anjuna Flea Bazaar or something.
Really?
I didn't even know
Why?
they had a manager.
They're like, nahi, itna ganja, nahi.
थोड़ा ज़्यादा चले.
Rationing.
So yeah, football was limited, but this week we got right back into it.
Wait, you met a Polish guy whose friend manages Anjuna Flea Bazaar?
Yeah.
Dude.
And his wife is Thai, like everyone else on the island.
Wait, is it one of those British islands in Thailand where they just like buy wives?
No. He's Polish, I just told you.
Okay, so
One of the Polish islands in Thai.
like I'm sure the Thai women won't discriminate between like Polish money and the British money.
And that's a fact that we learned actually. Samoi is all Russians. Fangan is mostly, I don't know, Britishes or something. But Koh Tao is owned by like this 5 or 6 Thai families who just won't let go.
And one of them is a mafia family.
Probably all of them are.
No.
Playing their little Godfather
Mandolin.
tune on a mandolin.
Alright, do you want to talk about football?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're done with Thailand Twaddle.
Yeah, from when you went to Thailand and you came back, 3 managers have changed in the...
Yeah.
And we spoke a little about Arteta and Ancelotti with Azim and Vijay last week.
Mm-hmm.
But you've seen Arteta's first press conference.
Yeah.
You've seen his first game in charge, sitting in the director's box.
In charge, sure.
Why was he sitting in the director's box?
Because he's chill like that, man. I mean,
What do you mean he's chill like that?
Yeah.
Didn't
The handover hadn't taken place.
अबे handover क्या करना है David Luiz like हाथ से थोड़ी ना sir this is David Luiz what are you trying to hand over?
Nothing. It was Lundberg's last game. That was the arrangement that he's going to take.
So ruin
duties
Lundberg's
after.
life even more.
How is that ruining his life?
Poor guy, just relieve him of the misery. No, why just continue that?
Yeah, but think of it from Arteta's point of view also, no? He's like, जल्दी क्या है मेरे को इसमें डालने की, रुक जाओ थोड़ा. So yeah, his press conference, I think in general his interviews, even during the unveiling and all, he sounds like a very sorted in the head kind of guy.
So that's the thing about unveiling interviews. 99% of the managers sound very, very sorted.
No, but we really didn't get that same feeling for Unai.
Come on.
Please. You could hardly understand half of the things he was saying.
Just go back to our own podcast and listen
I
to...
forgot that everything we say gets recorded.
Listen to what you and Kumar said at Unai's unveiling. You guys were so happy. Like, yeah, what clarity. So this is what we need.
Was it?
Yes.
Did you just listen to the episode?
I did.
You bastard.
I'm like, wow. Because I knew you would say that he sounds so sorted. Like,
oh, God. That's the thing, right? Okay, I agree with you then. I mean... But yeah, plus he's got like all the secrets. They should have got him in before the City game.
They would have lost badly.
No,
like Pep would have given him wrong secrets.
Oh yeah. Taklu. Mastermind.
He would have played FPL with Arteta also.
Oh man. He probably was playing FPL with Arteta the entire season actually.
Yeah.
Knowing that he's going to come to Arsenal.
Yeah, so
Actually they're dropping points in left, right and centre. Now that he's gone, they're going to go on a winning streak for the rest of the season.
Alright. So, whatever. So, not Watford. Who did Arsenal draw? Everton. There were 4 managers in display there. One is the cast of The Irishman, which is what I copied from Twitter that. So, there was like Bill Kenwright, Mr. Ancelotti in between and Farhad Moshiri. So I think who got injured? One of the Everton players got injured, and Bill Kenwright says something to Ancelotti. And Farhad Moshiri like, yeah. All the three of them seemed like, oh yeah.
He's injured. They agreed that he got injured.
Yeah. And then sitting in somewhere in director's box is Arteta. There's Lundberg and the biggest football fan of them all, Duncan Ferguson, was standing there. It was so weird, man. I've been watching football for quite some time and I've not seen like 4 managers on display in any ground at a given point for 2 jobs.
But Marco Silva, he looked quite happy after the game got done.
Marco Silva was not even there.
So who are you talking about?
Duncan Ferguson.
He was managing Everton.
Yes.
So he looked pretty happy.
Yeah. He's like,
He was like fist pumping and like...
He's got 7 points in 3 games for his favorite club ever. He cries every day. Just happy that he's managing the club. And he has a job still with this. What happens to Lundberg with Arteta?
Lundberg is going to be a part of his team, the managing team. I mean, apparently they had a conversation, and the way he was talking about the conversation, it did feel like we spoke a lot and then we decided to like part ways or something.
Who, Arteta?
But he didn't say that.
Arteta
and Lundberg. In the same tone, he's like, yeah, and we decided to like keep working together. And
probably Lundberg said, no, I want to get out. And Arteta like, please don't. Just let me. I don't even have a team here.
But I like it how, Arteta, the day he left Arsenal, and now that he's back, his hair looks the same.
Yeah.
Forget left, when he joined Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like, what is this technology, man? Like,
I don't know. Probably that's why they hired him. Apart from
consistency.
Yes, and sitting next to Pep.
Behind Pep.
Yeah, so is Per Mertesacker also part of that team?
Yeah.
Dude, how many jobs will you give that good German?
You just need to check like how many of those famous group of Arsenal players who got signed together
are
not at Arsenal yet, Was Benayoun also part of it?
UC Benayoun.
Wasn't he a part of that group?
He was in Chelsea also for some time.
Yeah, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Oh God, Benayoun.
He started at Liverpool.
So he was Liverpool. He's like Daniel Sturridge.
Liverpool, then he went to Chelsea, then he went to Arsenal.
Dude, he was also signed.
He's like Nikola Anelka.
He also signed after. He's coming to Mumbai then.
Yeah.
So he also signed
after 8-2. I think it was a part of the same group after that
8-2
demolition.
Could you, if someone would have asked you even 3 years ago that the team managing Arsenal right now is the team which was bought after the 8-2.
So they have no idea what it feels like.
To have been scarred. And Arteta had his first training as well, no? Of people on Sunday.
Yeah. So apparently he's already got time to like inject some psychological juju.
Like what?
Don't focus, play well.
Wow.
You need to be in a more positive state of mind apparently.
Is that what Unai was missing? He said play well. And
Unai didn't say that.
Play well. And they got confused. Like, what is he saying? Is he asking us to play or play?
So yeah, that's why most of our games are like bleh.
Yeah, but one thing I would like to talk about before moving on is Mr. Freddie Ljungberg. He spoke about Mesut Ozil before the game. He said Ozil has something on his leg, so he wouldn't. But given how he played the previous game, he wouldn't have anyway played this game, right? What a parting shot, man! That is like.
No, apart from that, he also like commented on Ozil's behavior while getting subbed out in the previous game. When he against City, when on the way out he was like just looking pissed and is kicking bottles or whatever. And he's like, yeah, this behavior just won't float with me.
What do you do
and
with
next thing you know, that Ljungberg is not floating anymore. There's Arteta with that, with his perfect hair.
What do you do with Ozil?
Who has given Ozil a clean sheet now, a clean slate now.
He's given everyone a clean slate. Just wait till like the 26th and there'll be like 8 people. I think on our WhatsApp group only, no? The Simpsons thing came out after Arteta after the first training session.
Oh, that Simpsons Arsenal handle is so good.
Oh,
they get in a lot of these very relevant scenes from.
Yeah. Oh, let's actually continue talking about Arsenal because it's the year-end show, and Arsenal as a club like encompasses everything about football: changing of managers, highly played players not playing, disgruntled players,
change in fortunes,
and a fan TV who is getting now abused by the fan
what
base.
What is that about?
So the section of Arsenal fans are now screaming AFTV off, you've ruined our club and all of that.
Is there going to be an AFTV TV where people talk about AFTV being bad?
AFTV
FTV.
Yeah, so all the AFTV guys had to like come on air and basically say, yeah, we signed Mustafi, and they basically had to defend themselves, and there was like enough crowd chanting and pushing and shoving going on after the game when Robbie came.
Players were chanting, we love Mustafi.
Not players. AFTV was like, we didn't buy Mustafi, right? What are you abusing us for the downfall of the club? And And then the other fan handles basically are blaming TalkSport, saying that you guys have manufactured this, you guys are going down.
What did TalkSport do?
They started this whole thing. Are these people toxic in the world of football and things like that? So yeah. So what are your views? Is AFTV damaging Arsenal's reputation?
No, I think in this
day and age.
Yeah, it's just the kind of thing you'd expect from a social media outlet.
Yeah, it doesn't Arsenal get more talking points because of AFTV? In fact, I would say they're helping Arsenal being more relevant, right?
No, I don't know. Our gameplay speaks for itself, man. That keeps us in the news anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. What else? What other games did you watch over the weekend?
Was the Classico this weekend or last?
Midweek.
Midweek.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Why?
Saw the first half.
And then you fell asleep.
And then I fell asleep. Did you watch the full match?
Are you mad?
El Clasico just lost its charm, man. Is it because of Ronaldo leaving? Or since before that?
Nah, I don't think it's like whatever road now. Like, who are the superstars? Like, what are you fighting for? It's Messi versus who?
Is that some new Korean guy or something?
Who Sung-min? Did you see that? Mom Sung-min, Dad Sung-min. Yeah, we should talk about that red card.
Oh yeah, I saw this this meme, so to speak, of Luis Suarez just like smiling and 0 red cards.
He has no
and
red
Heung-min
cards.
Song
has 3. Like
and he's crying his like
they're
face off.
blaming Son for the broken leg, his second red card, which was not his fault. It was just a regular foul. That guy twisted his ankle later and broke the leg. They're blaming him for that also now.
Yeah.
Who can believe that the most violent player in the English Premier League is a Korean guy?
Yeah.
Dude.
Who also
those
tried to come across as the nicest.
That's those Korean pancakes.
But do you think he deserves he's deserved like each and every of those red cards that he's got till now?
I don't know, man. I mean, I support Chelsea, so I would say he deserved a red card. But
what happened yesterday?
Rudiger fouled him.
Mm-hmm.
And our man was like, his legs were on Rudiger's chest, and our man, in a moment of madness, like pushes them, and Rudiger just falls off like dramatically, and all of
whose legs were where?
When Son fell, his legs were in the air, right?
Okay.
So they were like on Rudiger's chest.
Okay.
ऐसा गिरा था वो, and then our man like
pushed away.
Yeah.
Kicked out.
Yeah.
Like David Beckham.
So Mourinho told in his post-match, I hope Rudiger is fine and is having CT scans in the hospital right now. It looks like he had at least 3-4 broken ribs. Yeah, but what to do? I can't believe a Korean guy is like the most violent. I actually quite like Son.
Yeah, I think the previous red card was
not justified.
Yeah.
It was rescinded anyway.
Yeah. It was more about that guy's fall rather than it being a dangerous foul.
But now anything works, right?
I was reading for Kumar, since it's a Spurs player, he's like, the nicest guy in football, he has only 3 red cards.
Just because he cries. Kumar doesn't even really care about Asians anymore. Whatever happened to Asian support. Did you just see that stat? Not stat, it's a...
Can you be a little more specific?
Dude, our group has so many things just going on and on. It's just...
What, did the government do something again?
Again, oh my god. Yeah. Here. Son is the first player to be sent off 3 times in a calendar year in the Premier League since Lee Cattermole in 2010.
Who?
Lee Cattermole. He was in our substitutes bench of the 30th Premier Football 11.
Oh my god, is Son going to be like a winter transfer for that team?
Oh, that'll be so good. Chalo Baru, let's take a break right now. We've been going on. This is the last episode of this year. Our studios are on break till like the 1st or 2nd of Jan. What do you think we have to talk about after this? Do you have
on break because of the holidays?
No, they are on break because of holidays, you ass. Nothing else. Do you want to talk a little about FPL? Let's combine all.
Yeah.
Cool. Stay tuned to Football Twaddle.
Hey everybody, welcome to another awesome week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you're not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'd also like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, Intel, Storytel, and Cambly. Check them out, they're a really good bunch of brands. This week, in the spirit of Christmas, instead of giving you the long, drawn-out promo that I normally do, all I'm going to do is ask you to give me a Christmas gift. Go to ivmpodcast.com/survey, fill out our survey, and send it out to us. We'd really appreciate it. And with that, let's get you back to your show.
Hello and welcome back to Football Twaddle, the last episode of this year. I am with Tanuj Baru.
What's up?
Alright, let's talk a little about FPL. How has this season been going on so far, Baru? A month ago, if I'd asked this question, you'd have had a different answer.
Yeah, well, I was at the bottom of our mini league. Not the Football Twaddle one. I mean, I was bottom there too, but...
You're at the bottom of a lot of leagues.
a lot of leagues. But the past 3 game weeks, I've been finishing best in the week.
Why?
I changed my team. I removed Aubameyang, was blanking a lot.
The black sheep.
And I wouldn't like to say black sheep. I got Danny Ings in.
The white sheep.
Right.
that one change.
that was easily, I think 4 weeks back is when I got him. And the differential is around 23, 25 points.
It's no surprise the white world rules over us.
So yeah, I've moved up 10 places.
Yeah, dude, that one substitution has changed your outlook, your lifestyle.
Yeah, and...
you walk with more swagger on the roads.
Yeah, and without realizing it, I ended up getting 3 Sheffield United players.
Why? What do you mean without realizing?
Because I wasn't really keeping track of Lundstrom and Henderson. I mean, I had Henderson. I never really saw him as a Sheffield player. He was just there as a keeper.
Yeah.
Keeper FC.
But now...
But I ended up getting Muse in, and he's been blanking. But at the back, Henderson got me 12 points this week, and Lundstrom kept a clean sheet too.
Yes, and if you had Baldock.
And what worked this week actually, apart from everything else, was the captain.
Who?
Most people kept Son.
You put Jack Grealish.
No, I put Danny Ings.
Third.
13 into 2.
You know who was my captain this weekend? Dele.
Oh yeah, I had Ali. And I had Aurier too. So if they done anything between the two of them, just 2 points worth of something.
Even one clean sheet.
1 goal less. I think I would have won the league, the week.
That is Mourinho disappoints Arsenal fans again.
So thankfully, whatever leagues I'm playing the knockout in, also in our league, then the one which I play with Rudra and Jasprit. So it's going pretty well there now.
Wow. Yeah. See, all it takes is to removing Arsenal.
Yeah, the one Arsenal player I had.
I told you this long ago, man. Let's talk a little. Now that Liverpool are done and dusted, they're the world club champions. They're coming back from Qatar, which our friend Akarsh went to.
Yeah, and I picked up some really important information from him too.
What?
You get beer in Qatar, but only in fan zones.
Why do you have to wait? The organizing committee chairman told this in Russia.
Yeah, but he was being very cryptic about it.
No, he was not.
He said you'll get it.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say you'll get it only in fan zone.
He actually was very, very specific
about
it.
No, he wasn't.
Dude, go see that interview. He told RT...
Do you record everything?
No, that interview is with RT. He was very clear. He
propaganda. It's a deep fake.
But yeah, Qatar. So he said, let's get to the point. That was his first answer. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. Qatar will be the time of your lives. You're talking about alcohol. There will be alcohol freely available.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
In fan zones, yes, you can't drink on the streets and walk like how you do here.
That's what they told us of Moscow also.
Yeah, but he said there'll be plenty of fan zones and you can just do whatever you want.
Thanks for the explanation.
Yes. So, yeah, he went. But you know what pissed off about Akar's Instagram story for me? Bugger keeps traveling around everywhere. He comes back to India. Welcome to India at New Delhi airport. He says, back to #Rosie Roti. I was like, who you? He was the guy who begged the embassy guys to give him visa so that he could go for Champions League final to be outside the stadium. Yeah, wow. But coming back to the FPL, now that Liverpool are back, right? Are you going to make any drastic changes during the festive period?
I haven't really looked at the fixtures for this week.
Someone just burped.
Yeah.
You don't have to look for the fixtures. How are you going to
stick with my
Danny Ings?
No, Danny Ings obviously, but he won't be captain anymore.
Why? Southampton are doing well.
Back to Jamie Vardy. And it was just so funny. The past few weeks, if you looked at the captaincy charts, everyone, barring
Vardy.
one person who probably would have Aubameyang or something. Everyone. I never had Aubameyang as captain. Everyone was on Jamie Vardy, and this week, I think Son was the only guy who had more than 3 people.
No, Dele Alli had 4 in our group and
Yeah.
stuff. But it was much more diverse. I'll tell you which week that was.
Ings, Grealish,
So about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was reading the stat. It seems about 72% of
the world
captain
Vardy.
who had Vardy, captain Vardy, and Vardy was in 50% of the team. So 30% of FPL teams had just had Vardy. Our group of 32 people, they were
which is a great representation for the world.
Yeah, statistically significant. Go to your MBA, guys.
Sure.
So 28 had Vardy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but now that they come back, you think Mane,
Shane would come back into my team. But looking at how De Bruyne has kind of slowed down. He's
slowed down?
Yeah.
How?
After the Arsenal match, he's back on regular form.
To last 3 weeks.
He got 4 points this week.
That's good for a midfielder. That is his base level these days.
Anyway, next match it's City versus Wolves.
Huh?
And I think looking at the form that Traore is in, he might actually score 4 goals again.
Is Adama injured or
no? He's playing well. He's fine.
He's okay if you say so.
He's not injured.
All right, let's look at game week 18 dream team.
See, Tottenham have a good team, good set of fixtures coming up. They face Brighton home, Norwich and Southampton away.
So just remove Son.
And get Dele Alli
or Lucas Moura, cheaper.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So this, Baru, this is the dream team of game week 18. Oh, you'll be surprised with 1 or 2 names. Henderson we spoke about. Then Kabalasi of Watford. Marcus Alonso of Chelsea. Stevens of Southampton. David Luiz.
What?
He got 9 points.
He was the man of the match.
Really?
Like BPS?
That was such a boring match. No one should have been given anything there.
They should have taken previous man of the match awards from them.
Then there was Willian, 16 points. There'll be one guy who would have triple captain Willian somewhere. And there's Cantwell, Almiron, Newcastle. Oh, dude, we have to talk a little about Newcastle. You know, Newcastle fans are not able to digest their success these days.
Yeah, and they're facing United next.
Yeah, and United fans don't know if they have to screen the game or not. So Newcastle fans are we are not used to this sort of stability 9th position. We either do the highs or absolute pits, the lows. We're what is going on here? How do we react to this? It's we go to the stadium, the football is just blah, and we somehow win the game. So we are okay, we got 3 points. We're still mid-table. We don't know what to do. How do you tell people how to react for a middling club like Newcastle now?
Yeah, they should take notes from Arsenal and United, I guess.
United, dude. Solskjaer called it a testimonial performance when they lost to Watford. Do you think your players lacked application? No, they had application, but they just looked like they were playing. They were playing a testimonial. And you know who is the fastest in the United squad?
Fred. He's been doing a lot of running around behind the scenes.
वो भी count होता है?
Just when you look at him, he's like a statue. One of those Doctor Who.
Yeah, but you don't take a lot of negatives, right? So will you continue not doing that for the festive period because there'll be a lot
I've got 2 free transfers and 2.4 million in the bank.
And
so
you'll get back Mane.
I already have Mane in the team. So I think
you got 68 points without Mane this week.
He was on the bench.
Wow.
They didn't have a game. What do you expect?
What team management is this?
Asking?
Sorry.
Crystal Palace also have a good set of games coming up. West Ham, Southampton, Norwich. And Southampton, on the other hand, have some pretty messed up fixtures. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, and Tottenham.
So you're removing Danny Ings, the man who's got you back into the game.
Nah, I'm going to remove Mose. Keep Danny Ings. I'll just say I got confused with the jerseys.
Okay. So the thing about this year, the team which has surprised you the most in 2019, positive or negative?
I think I'll go with Sheffield.
The positive side, that is right.
Yeah, I mean, they really have been, I think, this year's Wolves. So
they're better.
No, not really. They haven't been able to defeat the big sides.
What, really? Oh, United?
Just Arsenal they defeated, I guess.
United they drew 3-3. So.
Chelsea, Liverpool they drew.
Yeah.
Or was it a last minute victory for? It was a last minute victory
for Liverpool.
Chelsea, I think they drew. Tottenham they drew. So yeah, but Wolves used to get those points in.
Against the Big Six. They used to have trouble with the other teams.
Yeah, the last time I saw Big Six table, it didn't even have Arsenal in it.
It still doesn't.
Oh shit.
The Arsenal 11th.
No, I know. I'm talking about like the big six, the traditional big six.
Oh, they've started removing Arsenal from
They
that.
replaced it with Leicester City. I'm like, what?
Yeah, man. So Wolves, so Sheffield has like, and which team has like surprised you on the negative side? It can't be United. We've been seeing this for like ever now.
Where's West Ham right now?
In the pits.
Yeah, we actually thought that
they'll do well
with Hala coming in and
yeah.
They actually have like a pretty physical lineup up front also, right? So and it started off well with all the balls in the box and they were scoring goals and all,
then,
but didn't really work out for them.
You know why?
No.
I told you the reason. West Ham's Twitter handle called it Pellegrini on the wheel or at the wheel, whatever. And from then on, they've lost like 8 games. So what are you looking forward to in 2020?
Watford also actually have been pretty surprising. We did not, I think none of us thought
expected them to be relegated.
They are bottom of the table along with Norwich.
But they have Nigel Pearson. So
Villa, yeah, I think all of us expected them to be there. Southampton, for the side that they are, I think it's only after they started bouncing back after that Arsenal game.
Dude, yeah, man. Actually, they've started playing well. They picked up victories, everything after the Arsenal game. Oh,
such a nice side.
Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
They're like Indian cricket team of the late 90s.
Sabka record bana.
Yeah, what are you looking forward in 2020, dude? Liverpool as the champions. Do you even want to see that on TV?
I'm fine. I think it's about time they really got that thing. And I'm not like a United fan who'll be like all toxic about it.
United fans have nothing to be toxic about these days.
Oh, they'd rather take, I don't know, United getting relegated than Liverpool winning the league.
No.
Of course.
Dude, come on.
Easily.
No.
We should have a Twitter poll or something.
Or an Instagram poll.
Okay, 17th or 18th?
18th is relegation.
I know. So let's just put that as one option. So that it gets
18th and City as champions or 17th and Liverpool as champions. That's actually so bad. Get relegated and see City as champions.
But I think Liverpool right now is that club.
They just win, man.
They don't really care about City anymore. I mean, now they have started caring about them more because City doesn't care about them.
Yeah.
So it's one of those playing hard to get situations.
Wow.
Notice me.
So that's what you're looking forward to in 2020?
What, United getting relegated?
No, like Liverpool becoming champions.
No, I'm not looking forward to it, but
it'll happen.
It's
inevitable. And the Arteta revolution.
That is something I'm more interested in than Liverpool winning the league.
What is the revolution? What is good for Arteta?
See, it's like one of those things, when a player is injured, he is your best player. If he was in the side, we would have been winning everything.
Like Kolasinac.
Like Ozil, when Emery wasn't playing him.
But he was not injured. Everyone knew that.
No, that's what I meant. When he's outside, he's not in the side. Oh, outside. What have we stumbled upon? Anyway. That is the thing with Arteta. We have been listening to these Arteta
rumors, stories,
desires of Arsenal fans that he should just come in the. When Emery was there were so many Arteta rumors that Arteta is going to take the thing from.
Wasn't Arteta out trending the day he was signed for the club?
That was just banter, man. Come on.
Who is giving this banter?
Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal Twitter is
like they're bantering amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think that's What are you looking forward to?
Chelsea as world champions.
Okay. T20?
I don't know. What am I looking? I'm just like, I just hope something good happens to it. I don't know. I'm just so disappointed right now.
Do you have any football resolutions for the new year?
We should go watch something. It's been at least 2 years now. Not Euro, but at least we should go watch India play in like Sri Lanka or something.
The Indian under-17 women's team just lost a final against Sweden.
Where?
At home. Andheri.
Really?
Yeah.
How many people attended that?
Parents. And the ever-present Blue Pilgrims.
Like what, 6 of them?
No, they had I think around
Blue Pilgrim women.
20-30 people or something.
Really?
Chanting throughout the game. So
yeah, the one thing I would look forward to is at least, Indian football communication gets a little bit better. I didn't even know this. Like, how do you know about this?
I'm there in the Blue Pilgrims.
I've been asking you to add me into that WhatsApp group.
It's for Indians only. Are you there in the NRC?
Oh, you touched her on.
On that note.
Yeah, पर्दा देखा ancestry निकालना पड़ेगा अभी. was even born in this country, I don't know. I think we should
We'll find that in the next year.
yeah. All right, guys. Wish you a very, very happy New Year 2020 and have a wonderful time. We'll record when Jan 2nd, 3rd, something like that.
Hope you guys survive the bunch of FPL fixtures coming up.
Oh yeah, just do
If
well.
if you're listening to this episode for tips, sorry.
The tips is don't keep Arsenal players.
Yeah.
You'll do fine. That is the
works.
biggest tip. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in the top 1 million now. I was 2.4 million a month back.
I think my ranking is 3 lakh now. 300,000.
Wow.
I know. All right, Baru. Take care, man.
Later.
Bye bye.
Remember the last vacation you took? What about the one you took 3 years ago? Okay, how much do you really remember? It's a question I've asked myself often over a decade of traveling the world. Hey, I'm Utsav and I do not travel the world for a living. I have a full-time job and responsibilities, but I have made traveling the world a priority. Priority enough that I negotiate extra leave in my job contracts, obsessively track my frequent flyer miles, and I'm willing to take off at the sight of a cheap ticket. Yes, I am cheap. I have lived and worked in 3 countries. I understand human behavior for a living. And these experiences have given me unique insights into places, people, and culture. With over a decade of travel behind me, I increasingly realized one thing, that we cannot see everything. So whatever we see, we must see deeply. Because as the film of memory decays, the imprints which will stand the test of time are the ones felt by the immersion of the senses, not by fleeting encounters with them. Postcards from Nowhere is an immersion into the world of slow travel, one story at a time. Tune in every Thursday on the IVM Podcasts app, website, or wherever you get your podcast from.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Careers in the New podcast series presented by Accenture, and I'm your host Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay. In this podcast series, we'll get you the latest and greatest in the world of technology that's shaping the future of business as we know it. We're talking intelligent platforms, cloud, AI, blockchain, extended reality, and a whole lot more. Every fortnight on Wednesdays, we'll have for you a hot topic with expert speakers from Accenture talking about top trends in the space, how these are changing the world and creating growth across industries. And more importantly, we'll tell you how you can learn more, build your skills and expertise to grow and stay relevant in your career. Episodes out on the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcast from.